Hello, and welcome back. Today, we are going to talk about one simple truth. If you keep trying, you can reach the goal you set. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not as fast as you want. But if you keep going, if you keep showing up, if you keep taking small actions again and again, you give yourself a real chance. And that is where most people fail. They do not fail because the goal is impossible. They fail because they stop too early. They stop when progress feels slow. They stop when life becomes messy. They stop when they feel tired. They stop when nobody is clapping. They stop when the first plan does not work. And then they say, maybe this is not for me. But many times, that is not true. The goal was still possible. The dream was still possible. The change was still possible. They simply left too soon. So today, I want to help you understand something important. Success is not always loud. Success is not always fast. Success is not always exciting. Many times, success is quiet. It is one small action, then another small action, then another one. It is getting up again after a bad day. It is trying again after a mistake. It is continuing when your feelings are not strong. It is doing the work even when motivation is not there. That is how goals are reached, not by magic, not by luck, not by waiting for the perfect day, but by steady effort. Now, let's begin with the first idea. A goal is not reached in one big jump. It is reached in small. Many people make a goal and immediately imagine the final result. They imagine the beautiful body, the successful business, the perfect English, the finished book, the dream job, the strong mind, the better life. And that picture feels exciting. It gives energy. It feels good. But then they look at today. Today feels small. Today feels normal. Today does not look like the dream. Today is just waking up early. Today is just practicing for 10 minutes. Today is just writing one page. Today is just saving a little money. Today is just making one phone call. Today is just doing one workout. Today is just saying no to one bad habit. And because today looks small, they think it does not matter. That is a big mistake. Small actions matter. Small actions are the road. You do not reach a big goal by staring at the final result. You reach it by respecting the next small step. Imagine you want to climb a mountain. You look up. The mountain is high, very high. If you only look at the top, you may feel afraid. You may say, this is too much. You may say, I cannot do this. But you do not climb a mountain in one step. You climb it step by step, 1 foot, then another foot, then another foot. Sometimes you stop. Sometimes you breathe. Sometimes you feel tired. Sometimes you look back and see how far you have come. And then you continue. That is how goals work. The top matters, but the next step matters more. So, if you have a goal, do not ask only, how far is the finish line? Ask this, what is my next step? That question is powerful, because the next step is something you can do, not someday, not when life becomes perfect, not when you feel ready. Now, if your goal is to become healthier, your next step may be drinking water. If your goal is to speak English better, your next step may be repeating one sentence. If your goal is to build a business, your next step may be learning one skill. If your goal is to save money, your next step may be tracking today's spending. If your goal is to become more confident, Your next step may be doing one thing that scares you a little. Small step, real step, today's step. That is where progress begins. Now, let's talk about effort. Many people misunderstand effort. They think effort means suffering all the time. They think effort means pushing until they break. They think effort means being perfect every day. No, that is not effort. That is punishment. Real effort is not about destroying yourself. Real effort is about returning. Returning to the goal. Returning to the habit. Returning after you miss a day. Returning after you feel lazy. Returning after you make a mistake. Returning after life interrupts you. This is important because you will not be perfect. You will miss days. You will feel tired. You will lose focus. You will make a plan and break it. You will start strong and slow down. This does not mean you failed. It means you are human. The problem is not missing one day. The problem is turning one missed day into one missed week, then one missed month, then one missed year. One mistake is not the enemy. Quitting is the enemy. A bad day is not the enemy. Giving up is the enemy. A slow start is not the enemy. Never starting again is the enemy. So when you fall off, do not make a big drama. Do not insult yourself. Do not say, I always fail. Do not say, I am useless. Do not say, I will never change. Say this instead, I stopped for a moment, but I am starting again. That sentence can save your goal. I stopped for a moment, but I am starting again. Say it slowly. I stopped for a moment, but I am starting again. Good. That is not weakness. That is strength. Because strong people are not people who never fall. Strong people are people who return. Now, I want to give you another idea. Do not wait to feel ready. Many people keep waiting. They wait for more confidence. They wait for more time. They wait for more money. They wait for more motivation. They wait for a better mood. They wait for Monday. They wait for next month. They wait for the new year. And while they wait, life keeps moving. Days pass. Weeks pass. Years pass. And the goal stays in the same place. Waiting feels safe. Waiting feels comfortable. Waiting feels like you are being careful. But many times, waiting is fear wearing nice clothes. You say, I am preparing. But are you really preparing? Or are you hiding? You say, I need more information. But do you really need more information? Or do you need to take action? You say, I will start when I am ready. But what if readiness comes after starting? Think about that. Maybe you do not feel ready because you have not started. Confidence often comes after action, not before action. You do something small, then you feel a little stronger. You do it again, then you feel more capable. You keep going, then confidence grows. That is how it works. Confidence is not always the beginning. Sometimes confidence is the result. So do not wait until you feel brave. Act a little, and bravery will grow. Do not wait until you feel motivated. Move a little, and motivation may follow. Do not wait until you have a perfect plan. Start small, and the next part will become clearer. A person standing outside the door cannot see everything inside the room. You must enter. Then you see more. The same is true with your goal. Start, then you will understand more. Start, then you will improve the plan. Start, then you will know what is missing. Start, then the road will teach you. Now, let's talk about the most dangerous word, later. Later sounds harmless. Later sounds calm. Later sounds reasonable. I will start later. I will exercise later. I will study later. I will save money later. I will fix my life later. I will chase my goal later. But later can become a trap because later has no date. Later has no time. Later has no promise. Later is often where goals go to die. You say later today, then later becomes tonight. Tonight becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And then one day, you look back and realize you did not need more time. You wasted the time you already had. That hurts, but it is true. So let's change the word. Instead of later, say now. Not a big now. A small now. Not a perfect now. A real now. Do one small action now. Write one line. Walk for 5 minutes. Make one call. Open the book. Clean the desk. Practice one sentence. Save $1. Plan tomorrow. Send the message. Start the first step. Do not wait for a big moment. Use the small moment in front of you. The people who reach their goals are not always the smartest people. They are not always the most talented people. They are often the people who use small moments better. While other people are thinking, they are doing. While other people are waiting, they are practicing. While other people are complaining, they are learning. While other people are making excuses, they are taking the next step. This is the difference. Not magic. Not luck. Not talent only. Action. Repeated action. Now, if this message is helping you, subscribe to the channel. Stay here. Learn with us. Grow with us. Do not just listen and disappear. Press subscribe. Turn on the bell. Come back for the next lesson. One small video. One small idea. One small action. That is how change begins. Now, let's continue, because effort alone is not enough. You also need direction. Trying without direction can make you tired. Imagine you are walking fast, but you are walking in the wrong direction. You are moving. You are sweating. You are working, but you are not getting closer to the place you want to go. So before you try harder, ask yourself, what is my goal? Not a vague goal, a clear goal. Do not say, I want a better life. That is too big. Better how? Better health? Better money? Better English? Better relationships? Better discipline? Better peace? Better confidence? Be clear. A clear goal gives your effort a direction. Instead of saying, I want to be healthier, say, I will walk for 20 minutes 5 days a week. Instead of saying, I want to improve my English, say, I will listen to English for 10 minutes every morning. Instead of saying, I want to save money, say, I will save this amount every week. Instead of saying, I want to build a better future, say, I will learn one useful skill for 30 minutes a day. A clear goal is easier to follow. Your brain likes clear tasks. If the goal is too big and unclear, the brain feels confused. And when the brain feels confused, it delays. So make the goal clear, then make the first step easy. This is not childish. This is smart. Many people fail because they make the beginning too hard. They say, from tomorrow, I will change my whole life. I will wake up at 5 a.m. I will exercise for 2 hours. I will read 50 pages. I will eat perfectly. I will study all night. I will never waste time again. That sounds powerful, but after 2 days, they are exhausted. Then they stop. Then they feel ashamed. Then they return to the old life. Do not build your goal on emotion. Build it on a system. A system means a way of doing things that you can repeat, not just when you feel strong, but also when you feel normal, and even when you feel tired. Your plan should survive real life. Real life has busy days. Real life has bad moods. Real life has family problems. Real life has noise. Real life has sickness. Real life has unexpected work. So, if your plan only works on perfect days, your plan is weak. Build a plan that can work on messy days. This is why small habits are powerful. On a good day, do more. On a normal day, do the plan. On a bad day, do the tiny version. If your goal is exercise, maybe a good day is 30 minutes. A normal day is 15 minutes. A bad day is 5 minutes. If your goal is reading, maybe a good day is 20 pages. A normal day is 5 pages. A bad day is 1 page. If your goal is English, maybe a good day is 30 minutes. A normal day is 10 minutes. A bad day is 1 sentence. Do not laugh at the small version. The small version keeps the door open. A person who does 5 minutes on a bad day is not failing. That person is protecting the habit. Think of your goal like a small plant. On good days, you give it water, sunlight, and time. On bad days, you just give it a little water. You keep it alive. That matters, because a living habit can grow again. But a dead habit must be restarted from the beginning. So protect the habit, even when it is small. Now, let's talk about pain. Every goal has pain. Not always physical pain. Sometimes emotional pain. The pain of being a beginner. The pain of looking foolish. The pain of slow progress. The pain of not seeing results yet. The pain of doing the work while others relax. The pain of being misunderstood. The pain of hearing your own doubts. Many people think pain means stop, but pain often means you are growing. Not all pain is bad. Some pain is a signal. It says, this is new. It says, you are leaving the old version of yourself. It says, you are learning. It says, you are changing. A muscle becomes stronger through resistance. The mind becomes stronger through challenge. Discipline becomes stronger through repetition. Confidence becomes stronger through action. So do not run from every uncomfortable feeling. Learn to understand it. If the pain is harmful, rest. If the plan is wrong, adjust. If the body needs care, listen. But if the discomfort is simply the cost of growth, keep going. Do not quit just because it feels hard. Hard does not mean impossible. Hard means it requires effort. And effort is the price of becoming better. Now, let's talk about failure. Failure scares many people. They think failure is the opposite of success. But that is not always true. Failure can be part of success. A failed attempt can teach you something. A mistake can show you what to change. A bad result can guide you toward a better plan. But only if you pay attention. Some people fail and learn. Other people fail and complain. There is a big difference. If you fail and only say, this is unfair, you waste the lesson. If you fail and ask, What can I improve? You become stronger. So when something does not work, do not only feel bad. Study it. Ask simple questions. What went wrong? What did I miss? What can I change? What should I stop doing? What should I repeat? Who can help me? What is the next small step? Failure is not final if you use it. Failure becomes final when you use it as a reason to quit. Now, let's talk about people around you. Not everyone will understand your goal. Some people will laugh. Some people will doubt you. Some people will say, "Why are you doing that?" Some people will say, "It is too late." Some people will say, "You cannot do it." Some people will say, "Be realistic. Be careful." Sometimes people call their fear realism. They could not do it, so they think you cannot do it. They gave up, so they want you to give up too. They live small, so they feel uncomfortable when you try to grow. Do not hate them, but do not let them drive your life. You can listen politely. Then continue. Your goal belongs to you. Your effort belongs to you. Your future belongs to you. If you let every opinion stop you, you will never move. A strong goal needs a strong heart, not a noisy heart. A steady heart. A heart that can say, "I hear you, but I am still going." Now, this does not mean you should ignore good advice. Good advice is valuable, but there is a difference between advice and fear. Advice helps you improve. Fear tells you to stop. Advice gives direction. Fear closes the door. Advice says, "Try this way." Fear says, "Do not try." Learn the difference. Now, let's talk about motivation. Motivation feels good. Motivation gives energy. Motivation makes you want to begin. But motivation is not loyal. It comes and goes. Some mornings you wake up ready. Some mornings you wake up tired. Some days your goal feels exciting. Some days it feels heavy. If you only work when you feel motivated, your progress will be unstable. You need something stronger than motivation. You need commitment. Commitment says, "I will do this even when I do not feel excited." Commitment says, "I will keep my promise to myself." Commitment says, "I will take the next step because the goal matters." Motivation is a feeling. Commitment is a decision. Feelings change. Decisions can guide you when feelings are weak. So do not ask every day, "Do I feel like doing this?" Ask, "What did I promise myself?" That question builds discipline. And discipline is not a prison. Discipline is freedom. A person with discipline can build the life they want. A person without discipline becomes controlled by mood, fear, laziness, and distraction. That sounds harsh, but it is true. If you cannot guide yourself, everything else will guide you. Your phone will guide you. Your tiredness will guide you. Your excuses will guide you. Other people will guide you. The easiest thing in the world is to drift. To drift means to move without direction. You wake up. You scroll. You react. You wait. You complain. You sleep. Then tomorrow, the same thing happens again. A goal gives you direction. Discipline keeps you moving. Now, let's talk about excuses. Excuses are dangerous because they sound reasonable. I am too busy. I am too tired. I am too old. I am too young. I do not have enough money. I do not have enough time. I do not know enough. I am not confident. I already tried before. Maybe some of these things are true. Maybe you are busy. Maybe you are tired. Maybe you do not have much money. Maybe you failed before. But an excuse asks, why can I not do this? A better question asks, what can I do with what I have? That question changes everything. You do not have 1 hour? Use 10 minutes. You do not have money? Start with free learning. You do not have confidence? Take a small action. You failed before? Use the lesson. You are tired? Do the tiny version. You are busy? Put the action inside your day. There is almost always a smaller step. Find it. Do it. That is how you beat excuses. Not by arguing with them all day, by taking action anyway. Now, let's talk about time. Many people say, I do not have time. But often, they do have time. They just do not protect it. Time disappears into scrolling, into useless conversations, into overthinking, into watching too much, into starting and stopping, into worrying without action. You do not need to control every minute, but you need to respect your important minutes. A goal needs time, even small time. 10 focused minutes every day can change a life over time. 15 minutes of practice, 20 minutes of walking, 1 hour of learning, 1 page of writing, 1 small action repeated. Do not underestimate time used well. Water can cut stone if it keeps falling in the same place. Small effort can change a person if it keeps returning to the same goal. Consistency is powerful, not because each action is huge, but because the actions collect. One day may not look like much. 1 week may not look like much, but months of effort become something. Years of effort become a new life. Now, let's talk about progress. Progress is not always easy to see. Sometimes you are improving, but it feels like nothing is happening. You practice, but the result is small. You work, but the goal still looks far. You save money, but the number grows slowly. You exercise, but the mirror does not change quickly. You study, but you still make mistakes. This is normal. Progress often hides before it shows. A seed grows underground before you see the plant. For many days, nothing seems to happen. But something is happening. Roots are growing. Strength is forming. The foundation is being built. Then, one day, you see the first green leaf. People only notice the leaf. They do not see the days underground. Your effort is like that. Some days, your progress is underground. Invisible, quiet, but still real. Do not quit just because you cannot see the leaf yet. Keep watering. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Now, I want to give you a simple tool. It is called the proof list. At the end of each day, write down proof that you tried. Not a long diary. Not a perfect report. Just 3 lines. Today, I took this step. Today, I learned this lesson. Tomorrow, I will do this next. That is your proof list. For example, today, I walked for 10 minutes. Today, I learned that starting is easier after I put on my shoes. Tomorrow, I will walk again after breakfast. Or, today, I wrote 1 paragraph. Today, I learned that I think better when my phone is away. Tomorrow, I will write 1 more paragraph. This proof list is powerful because it shows your brain that you are not stuck. You are moving. Small movement is still movement. When you see proof, you feel stronger. And when you feel stronger, you continue. Many people feel discouraged because they do not track effort. They only look at the final result. If the final result is not here yet, they feel like nothing is working. But the proof list says, no, I am building. It shows the bricks. A house is not built in one moment. It is built brick by brick. Your goal is the same. Now, let's talk about identity. This is very important. Do not only say, I want to reach a goal. Start becoming the kind of person who reaches goals. There is a difference. If you want to write a book, become a person who writes. If you want to be healthy, become a person who moves and eats with care. If you want to speak English, become a person who touches English every day. If you want to save money, become a person who pays attention to spending. If you want confidence, become a person who does small, brave things. Identity means how you see yourself. If you keep saying, I am lazy, your brain listens. If you keep saying, I always fail, your brain listens. If you keep saying, I cannot finish anything, your brain listens. Stop feeding your mind weak messages. Say something better. I am learning to be consistent. I am becoming stronger. I am the kind of person who starts again. I keep my promises little by little. I do not need to be perfect. I need to continue. These sentences matter because your actions shape your identity, and your identity shapes your actions. Every time you take a small step, you vote for the person you want to become. One walk says, I am becoming healthier. One page says, I am becoming a writer. One practice session says, I am becoming better. One brave action says, I am becoming confident. You do not become a new person by thinking only. You become a new person by acting differently again and again. Now, let's talk about comparison. Comparison can destroy effort. You look at someone else. They are faster. They are richer. They are more talented. They are more confident. They started earlier. They have better support. And then you feel small. You say, why should I even try? But listen, their road is not your road. Their starting point is not your starting point. Their timing is not your timing. Their strength is not your strength. Their story is not your story. You can learn from others, but do not use others to punish yourself. Compare yourself with your old self. Are you a little better than before? Are you trying more honestly than before? Are you taking steps you used to avoid? Are you learning from mistakes faster? Are you returning after bad days? That is progress. Maybe someone else is on chapter 20. You are on chapter 1. That is okay. Chapter 1 is not shameful. Chapter 1 is where every story begins. Do not hate your beginning. Respect it. Now, let's talk about patience. Patience is not doing nothing. Patience is doing the right things while giving results time to appear. Some people say, I tried for 1 week and nothing happened. 1 week? What did you expect? A tree does not grow in 1 week. A strong body does not happen in 1 week. A new skill does not become perfect in 1 week. A better life does not appear in 1 week. Stop demanding a harvest after planting the seed yesterday. This is where many people act like children. They want the result now. They want the reward now. They want the proof now. And if they do not get it, they quit. That is weak. That is soft. That is how people stay stuck for years. Do not be that person. Grow up. Respect the process. Give your goal time, but do not use patience as an excuse to be lazy. Patience plus action. That is the formula. Not patience while sleeping. Not patience while scrolling. Not patience while doing nothing. Passion action. Daily action. Smart action. That is how you win. Now, let's talk about focus. A goal needs focus. If you chase 10 goals at once, your energy becomes weak. You start one thing, then another, then another. Then you see a new idea. Then you change direction. Then you start again. This can feel exciting, but excitement is not progress. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stay with one goal long enough to see results. Choose the important goal. Then give it attention. Not forever, but long enough to understand it. Long enough to improve. Long enough to make mistakes. Long enough to see patterns. Long enough to build skill. If you keep changing the target, you cannot hit it. So ask yourself, what goal matters most right now? What goal will make other parts of my life better? What goal deserves my focus for the next season? Choose. Then commit. This does not mean you ignore everything else. It means you stop scattering your power. A focused person is dangerous. Dangerous to excuses. Dangerous to old habits. Dangerous to the weak version of themselves. Now, let's talk about environment. Your environment can help your goal or hurt it. If your phone is next to you, you may scroll. If junk food is in the kitchen, you may eat it. If your study space is messy, you may delay. If the people around you complain all day, you may become negative. If your bed is too comfortable in the morning, you may keep sleeping. Do not rely only on willpower. Make your environment support you. Put the book where you can see it. Put your walking shoes near the door. Put your phone away when you work. Keep water nearby. Prepare your clothes the night before. Write your goal where you can see it. Make the good action easier. Make the bad action harder. This is not small. This is smart. A weak environment makes discipline harder. A strong environment makes discipline easier. Now, let's talk about the days when you feel nothing. No motivation. No excitement. No energy. No belief. These days will come. Do not be surprised. You may wake up and feel empty. You may think, what is the point? You may feel like stopping. On those days, do not make big decisions. Do not decide your future when you are tired. Do not quit your goal because of one bad mood. Use the tiny plan. Do the smallest version. Then rest. Sometimes the goal does not need a hero. It needs a person who refuses to disappear. One tiny action on a hard day is a victory. Say this: today, I will not do everything. I will just keep the promise alive. That is enough. Now, let's talk about belief. Belief is powerful, but belief must be trained. You may not believe fully at the beginning. That is okay. You do not need perfect belief to start. You need enough belief to take one step. Then the step gives proof. Proof gives more belief. More belief gives more action. More action gives more proof. This becomes a cycle. A good cycle. Many people wait for belief before action, but often action creates belief. Do the work. Collect proof. Let belief grow. Imagine you are building a bridge. At first, you only see one piece. Then another piece. Then another. After some time, you can cross. Belief is built like that. Piece by piece. Action by action. Now, let's talk about discipline in simple language. Discipline means doing what helps your future, even when your present self wants comfort. Your present self wants to sleep more. Your future self wants a strong body. Your present self wants to scroll. Your future self wants a better skill. Your present self wants to spend everything. Your future self wants security. Your present self wants to avoid discomfort. Your future self wants confidence. Every day, there is a small battle between present comfort and future growth. You do not need to win every battle perfectly, but you need to win enough of them. Enough to move forward. Enough to build trust with yourself. Trust with yourself is important. When you keep promises to yourself, you begin to respect yourself. When you break promises again and again, you stop believing your own words. That hurts. So start with promises you can keep. Do not promise 10 hours if you cannot do 10 minutes. Promise 10 minutes, then do it. Do not promise a perfect diet. Promise one better meal, then do it. Do not promise a whole book. Promise one page, then do it. Small promises kept are better than big promises broken. Now, let's talk about the emotional part. Reaching a goal is not only about the goal. It is about who you become while trying. Maybe you start because you want the result, but along the way, you build patience. You build courage. You build focus. You build self-respect. You build strength. You build a new relationship with yourself. That is beautiful, because even before the final goal arrives, you are changing. You are no longer the person who only talks. You are becoming the person who acts. You are no longer the person who quits after one bad day. You are becoming the person who returns. You are no longer the person who waits for perfect timing. You are becoming the person who starts with what is available. This is real success. The final result matters. But the person you become matters too. Now, let's imagine something. Imagine two people with the same goal. The first person starts strong. They are excited. They buy tools. They make a big plan. They talk about the goal all day. But after 1 week, they get tired. After 2 weeks, they stop. After 1 month, they are back to the old life. The second person starts small, very small. They do not talk much. They do one small action every day. Some days they do more. Some days they do less. Some days they fail. But they start again. After 1 month, they are still going. After 3 months, they are better. After 1 year, people say, "How did you change so much?" The answer is simple. They stayed. They stayed with the goal. They stayed with the habit. They stayed with the process. That is the power of trying consistently, not trying once, not trying when it feels fun, trying again and again. Now, let's talk about your goal. Maybe your goal is personal. Maybe you want to improve your health. Maybe you want to become more disciplined. Maybe you want to learn English. Maybe you want to build a channel. Maybe you want to make more money. Maybe you want to become calmer. Maybe you want to finish something you started years ago. Whatever it is, ask yourself, do I really want this? If the answer is yes, then stop treating it like a wish. A wish is something you think about. A goal is something you act on. A wish says, I hope. A goal says, I will do the next step. A wish stays in the mind. A goal enters the calendar. A wish waits for luck. A goal creates proof. So turn the wish into a goal. Write it down. Make it clear. Choose the first small action. Choose the time. Choose the tiny version for bad days. Then begin. Not perfectly. Honestly. Now, let's talk about honesty. Be honest with yourself. Are you really trying? Or are you only thinking about trying? Are you doing the work? Or are you only watching videos about doing the work? Are you taking action? Or are you only planning? Are you learning from mistakes? Or are you repeating them? This may feel uncomfortable. Good. Sometimes the truth is uncomfortable, but the truth can set you free if you listen to it. Do not lie to yourself. If you have been lazy, say it. If you have been afraid, say it. If you have wasted time, say it. If you have been inconsistent, say it. But do not stop there. After honesty, choose action. Do not use honesty to attack yourself. Use honesty to wake yourself up. Say, I have been delaying. Now I will start. I have been inconsistent. Now I will return. I have been afraid. Now I will take one small step. I have wasted time. Now I will use today. That is powerful. Now, let's talk about starting again. Starting again is not shameful. Starting again is brave. Some people feel embarrassed because they have started many times before. They say, I always start and stop. Okay, then start again, but smarter. Do not repeat the same plan that failed. Make the start smaller. Make the environment better. Track your proof. Prepare for bad days. Remove distractions. Ask for support. Learn from the last attempt. Starting again with a better plan is not failure. It is maturity. You are not beginning from zero. You are beginning with experience. Even your past mistakes can help you now. They show you what does not work. That is useful. Now, let's talk about the finish line. One day, if you keep going, you will look back, and you will see something beautiful. The action that once felt hard becomes normal. The habit that once felt impossible becomes part of your life. The skill that once felt far becomes familiar. The confidence that once felt fake becomes real. And you will think, I am glad I did not quit. That sentence is worth working for. I am glad I did not quit. Say it. I am glad I did not quit. One day, you want to say that. Not, I wish I had started. Not, I wish I had continued. Not, I wish I had believed in myself. No. You want to say, I kept going. You want to say, I gave myself a chance. You want to say, it was hard, but I did not leave. That is the kind of pride nobody can give you. You earn it. Step by step, day by day. Now, before we finish, I want you to remember this. Trying does not guarantee that everything will happen exactly the way you imagine. Life is not that simple. Sometimes the road changes. Sometimes the goal changes. Sometimes you discover a better direction. But trying always gives you more than quitting. Trying gives you experience. Trying gives you strength. Trying gives you skill. Trying gives you confidence. Trying gives you self-respect. Trying gives life a chance to open doors. Quitting too early closes the door before you even see what is behind it. So do not close the door. Keep it open. With one action. With one small step. With one more day. Now, here is your simple reminder. Do not make the goal huge today. Make the next step clear. Do not wait for motivation. Keep your promise. Do not fear slow progress. Slow progress is still progress. Do not let one bad day become your identity. Start again. Do not compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Respect your beginning. Do not ask, can I finish everything today? Ask, what can I do now? That question will save you. What can I do now? Maybe you can write one sentence. Maybe you can walk for 5 minutes. Maybe you can practice one phrase. Maybe you can make one plan. Maybe you can clean one corner. Maybe you can read one page. Maybe you can apologize. Maybe you can begin again. Do that. That is enough for today. Then, tomorrow, do another step. This is how people change. Not through one perfect day, through many honest days, many small steps, many returns, many moments when they could quit, but they did not. Now, let's close with this. Your goal is not waiting for a perfect version of you. Your goal is waiting for the real you to start. The tired you, the busy you, the unsure you, the imperfect you. Start there. Start with what you have. Start with the time you have. Start with the energy you have. Start with the knowledge you have. Start small, but start. And when you fall, start again. When you slow down, continue. When you doubt yourself, take one step. When the road feels long, look only at the next step. Because if you keep trying, if you keep learning, if you keep adjusting, if you keep returning, you are not the same person anymore. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming wiser. You are becoming the kind of person who can reach the goal. And that is the real victory. So today, do not just listen. Do one thing. One small thing. One real thing. One thing that proves you have started. Write it down. Say it out loud. Take the first step. And if this message helped you, subscribe to the channel. Stay with us. Turn on the bell. Come back for the next video. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep moving. Do not quit on yourself. Your goal is still possible. Your next step is waiting. Start today, and I will see you in the next one.